I leave, get over it, come back, you're over it. I leave, get over it, come back, you're over it. On this week's episode, we talk about everyone's not so fave. Yay. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me start by saying that Kanye West is one of my favorite artists. Now, let's get to the bullshit. Now, this nigga done lost his mind. And I had a private conversation with a friend, with a couple of friends of mine. They're actually a couple. And one of them said that in the midst of all of this, Black Lives Matters, all they do is riot and disrupt establishments and, jumping on desks and tables and whatever. And I'm like at first that just threw me back like, nigga, you really believe this shit? Like, you really believe the shit that white people has been saying about Black Lives Matter, and you're willing to repeat it with conviction in public? Like, well, we're in private, but still, like, outside of your own thoughts, you're willing to actually put this into the world, into the atmosphere. And that that blew my mind, y'all. I still can't understand it, but I guess. So I don't really need to go over word for word all of this, but I think if you've been paying attention for the last several years, that most people know what racist people have been saying about Black Lives Matter since its inception. And to hear a black person in my life repeat it, that just saddened me to the core. Like, I've never been so disappointed in that type of way. So that was a new experience for me. And that is one of the things that really prompted me to record the pilot episode, because I was just like, my circle is real small, like real small. And the fact that there's somebody like that in my circle, not that, it's wrong with having your own opinions and conclusions on things, but for that to be so off the mark, I mean, I think just in general, as a person of color, when you don't understand the struggle, like, we're like looking at you like, what was in your Kool-Aid? When did you get brainwashed? Like, it's like a person of color saying that slavery didn't exist, like b.o.b did, that dumbass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is just, how, Sway, how? And as you can tell, I'm still quite kerfuffled by that. But either way, so in the midst of this conversation, I basically explained the position that most of us have, which includes John Legend, Janelle Monáe, Chance the Rapper, since he's clarified what he meant to say. But that was like my point. Chance the Rapper is a prime example of the point that I'm going to try to make with Kanye, which is there's a time and place for everything, right? We all can agree on that. So that wasn't the place for Kanye to say that. The shit that Kanye said is some shit that you say in the house, and it like makes the whole room quiet, and then everybody look at you and be like, nigga, what did you just say? And then you have to further clarify. Kanye did that shit with no further clarification. And then Chance the Rapper got on the bandwagon because he thought he knew what Kanye West is saying. And the rest of us is like, oh, nah, nigga, don't even get close to that. And he did anyway. And then what ended up happening was that Donald Trump got on there and was like, thank you, Chance the Rapper and Kanye. You understand that I care about black people, and I have lowered the unemployment rate to the lowest it's ever been. Fuck that. I don't know why I just did that accent. But like, listen. And then Chance the Rapper had to go clarify, like, oh wait, nah, fam. I ain't on all of that. Nah. I was just saying black people can be Republicans. You know? And that was the point. So the fact that Chance got onto what Kanye was saying without knowing what Kanye's intent was, right? Because he left that open ended for a reason. And that's the thing about open ended statements. They allow the bad minded people, those people who are willing to twist and turn and manipulate and put the blinders and smoke screen, whatever, to do or to convince you that they're trying to help you while they're robbing you blind. And that's exactly what happened. They ran with it. And they're making it into yeah, I'm right kind of thing. And the saddest part of all of this is that it's unnecessary. Kanye West doesn't need this type of publicity, promotion, none of that. He is married to a Kardashian. If all the Kardashian posts, go pre-order Kanye, go buy Kanye, go listen to Kanye, whatever, that shit is gonna sell. So what he's doing now is to what? Somebody tell me. You have, like, I'm waiting to hear the good reason. So far, I ain't buying none of this shit. The little snippets of the tracks we heard that came out, I didn't even listen to that one full song that he put up on Tidal. And by the way, all this shit that he talking about, Jay and all this other stuff, his shit is only on Tidal. It wasn't on my Spotify. I gotta check out Apple Music. It probably made it to Apple Music, but it's not on Spotify. So whether or not he talking shit, it's still about the money, right? Because if Kanye was really like on some shit, he would have found a way to get off a Tidal. If all the shit that he's putting out or saying is really what it is, but that's just my opinion. Either way, like I said, I'm still waiting to hear that good ass reason he got for allowing racist people to take his sound bites, to take his words and manipulate them. Like, he literally allowed that. That was it. He knew this was gonna happen, and this is what he wanted. Why? I'm still waiting to hear a good reason as to why. And so far, I don't think he's gonna do that. I just don't think that this right now, based on what he's just said, right? Just based on what he said alone, I don't see Kanye giving us enough to be like, all right, nigga, don't do that shit again, but we're gonna give you that pass. Like, I don't see it. Like, that nigga he done fucked it up, man. He done fucked up his most dedicated fan base. And I just don't know. I wonder if he believes that all the black people that listen to his music that he don't know, like the people that are in his circle that he know and he's convinced of, that are intelligent, that he knows that we're intelligent too. Like, did he think he was just gonna do okie doke on us because he think we're just so blind? Like, I don't understand. And one of the problems that we have is trying to understand shit like that. I know that's a problem for me. So to my intelligent people out there, what do y'all think about this? I personally think that in this climate that we don't have the room or the luxury to manipulate our own people. There's enough people already manipulating us. And for a person of color to join the bandwagon and attempt to manipulate us for for what right now is currently an unjustifiable reason. It's crazy. With that said, I believe there is multiple ways for the black community to continue to advance, and each individual should push for their idea. Um, but there's a way to do things, and some good examples of ways not to do things is to, for example, take NRA money and then say that you're doing it to help the black community. See, that's like a clear cut example of a way not to do things. And I think Kanye's way is also an example of how not to do things. In the climate of 45, it's important for us to come to an agreement that certain ways of doing things just ain't gonna cut it. It's going to feed into the negativity more than the positivity. And they don't need no help with the negativity, right? They've already painted this negative picture of every brown or black person of color, in the media. And for someone who knows that the media will take whatever they say and go and make it viral, it just shows a lack of consideration for the people who are actually struggling, right? Because let's not pretend like money doesn't afford you a certain level of comfort, especially when it comes to your race. Money makes your race a little bit more tolerable. It's palatable, to certain people. And I think people with money that are disconnected from the rest of us should not attempt to try to be the voice for the rest of us. We have enough voices of our own. If you want to do something, promote those positive voices that we do have, and let's keep going that way. I don't think that, you know what another good example was? When the cameras caught old boy saying that he wanted to cut Obama's nuts off. Was that Jesse Jackson, right? I think it was Jesse. That type of shit. We don't need that. And it shouldn't take like a speech to inform you that we don't need that. Have you been paying attention? I feel like if you've been paying attention and you honestly are that kind of person, the person that cares, the person that wants to see improvement, the person that lives in such a way that you only want to have a positive impact, that certain things just ain't possible for you to do and to not understand and not see when it comes to politics and race. So that's it for this adventure. If you were entertained, please let me know. You can find me on all social media at KATMASSIVE, and that will be in the show notes. Don't forget to review and rate the podcast. Let me know what you'd like, didn't like, and if I should just go away.